Let's take a look at Adobe Bridge and how to view images and create a contact sheet. What I'm looking at right now is the desktop in Essentials. I have a folder open called Portfolio, which is a group of images that I've been working on in Chapter 7 of Scott Kelby's Photoshop CS6 book. And I have a group of HDR images and some contact sheets that I've already created. What I want to do is show you how to actually go about creating the contact sheet, making sure all the steps are in place. So the Essentials workspace, I reset my basic workspaces so they should be the same as yours if you've reset your workspaces. On the left you have favorites, a group of favorites, and you have a group of folders. Down below that you have a selection of panels and tabs that I'm not going to cover right now. On the right we have a preview of the image that is selected, and down below that is the metadata and keywords. So this is the Essentials. You can see what I have in this portfolio folder, which is chapter 7 in the book has a bunch of folders with images within that. A folder called Blended, a folder called Down Dirty. These are all HDR images, ghosting, etc. But to create a contact sheet, what I needed to do was put all of these images in a single folder. So that's what I've done. Now, to create the contact sheet, I want to go up and choose the output view. These photos are large, so it's going to be a little bit slow here to do this. So I have my folders on the left. I'm going to go ahead and shrink that down, actually change it. I have the film strip on the bottom, and when you move your cursor up and down, you can see that you get the double arrow. If you want to make something larger and the other part smaller, you can drag it. You can see here there's a small thumbnail, the name of the file. If I drag this down and reduce the film strip even more, you lose all of the image names. I want to keep those image names, so I'm going to make the film strip a little bit larger. So we have our large image, and on the right we have all of the options for the output. Here is where you can create a PDF file or web gallery. And this button here, Refresh Preview, is very important because if you don't press Refresh Preview, you won't see what your contact sheet is going to look like when you print it. Now, this comes up with the last settings that I used when I created a contact sheet. And the way it's set right now is different than I typically do. The very first thing that you'll want to do here is select all of your images so you know exactly which files or which images you're going to include. I just did a click, shift, click, and now I'm going to choose individual images by using the command key. And that's it. So with my images selected, I can choose, and of course the PDF is selected, I can go ahead and click on Refresh Preview. What it's going to do is generate the contact sheet according to the settings on the right that I have selected. Now, being that this is going to be a PDF that's just submitted via email, and viewed on the screen, I really don't need to have the quality at 300 pixels per inch. If you're going to print, you'll want to keep that quality high. But if I wanted to make this contact sheet smaller, I could go ahead and choose 150 ppi. You could go smaller to 72, but that's your choice. So I'm going to leave it at 300 for now, just so I have the option to print or view on screen. For purposes of turning in assignments, 150 is fine, 72 is fine, whatever is the fastest for the upload. So looking at the contact sheet that it's showing me, I set it for 5 columns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this shows the range from the very bright to the very dark. This is what the range of photos you would take for an HDR image. And of course 3 rows high. I have it showing the name of the slide. On the top right, I have it showing some text and a page number. So in order to show you what I've got settings here, this is a custom set. The background I've chosen is black. You can see that there are multiple colors available. If I scroll down here on my page, this is a little bit slow. I've added a header. This is not the header that I want here, so I'll go ahead and change it to week 7. And my name, I've got the font size. I've also set a distance here of 1/4 inch. What that does is it changes the title and gives you a little bit of space between the title and the page number. So that's what this distance is. I've got the divider color selected as blue. I don't have a footer set up. If we scroll down, you can see the other sections here. This playback goes directly to the web gallery settings, watermark, view after PDF. So if I wanted to make some other changes here and just choose, typically what I do is create a portrait setting with 2 columns and 3 rows. Everything else is left the same. I go ahead and click on refresh preview. What I'm doing is just, choosing which view I want to create the PDF. When I've chosen what I want, I then go ahead and click on save, and it would save and generate a PDF. For this purpose, I'm just going to actually leave it where it was, is 5 columns, 3 rows, have it landscaped. I've got my title set, week 7. I've got the distance between the title, the page number. Go ahead and click on refresh preview. This is exactly what I want to turn in. So I click on save down at the bottom here, save. And now I give it a name. And click on save. It's saving it into the portfolio week 6. It will generate the PDF. And it will open up so I can view the PDF because I have this checkbox selected down below. And here is page 1, and here is page 2. Now again, the reason that these images showed up in the contact sheet is because I selected the images first. So I hope this helps with creating a contact sheet. It's pretty versatile. Thanks for watching.